I have a long body and I don't have long legs, so so anything super short, just. Hello female founder family, it's Cherry, how are you? I'm back today with a winter dress haul from Zara. Now, winter dresses are a funny one actually because they've got to serve several purposes, especially if you are a female entrepreneur or you're over 40. So it may be that they have to fit well. My gut feeling, if you're anything like me, is that there are going to be, the dress couldn't be too clingy. And if it did cling in certain areas, then it would need to be quite structured. So if you're a female entrepreneur, winter dresses can be fairly tricky because not only if it's very cold, if they've got to keep you warm, they may have to be warm with tights, with heels, they might have to take you from meeting to lunch, to afternoon meeting, to party in the evening. Especially as we hit the month of December. And hopefully your diary is booked up with lots of parties. So basically your winter dress has to serve many purposes. If you are over 40, if you have had children, or maybe if you haven't had children, it may be that at this time in your life there will be certain areas where you don't necessarily want the dress to be super clingy. And if it does cling in that area, then my preference is that it's really, really well structured, and so therefore it has to be well made. Now, I know what areas I want to avoid the dress getting too clingy on, so I do look for styles that aren't like very, very clingy all the way down or very, very short. And I don't tend to wear dresses that are super, super plunging, like plunging down to my navel. Doesn't really leave much, does it? But no, actually, Zara are really, really good. And one thing I would note is that the sizes come up, I would say, at least one size larger. So if you buy an extra small, chances are you're buying a small. Yeah, that's all I have to say, really. It's trial and error, but they do a very, very fast shipping service and you can send them back. So let's get started with my Zara winter dress haul. Like I said, I've chosen all of these for women who are over 40 and who may be female entrepreneurs. So the dress has to serve a variety of purposes. So these aren't necessarily specifically party dresses. They may be day dresses that can go into evening dresses. So obviously this would be my preference, but take a look at these and see what you think. So the first one I've got here is a bottle green one. It's from the Perfect Basics range. Can you get that? It's from the Perfect Basics range at Zara, and I love it, absolutely love it. I've got a close-up for you, so I will show you, but it's this bottle green. I'll just show you some of the details. It's got these fabulous cuffs with this sort of gold button trim there. I happened to turn them up like that and wore it. It's got a very nice skirt detail at the bottom that you'll be able to see in the close-up. And it's really quite weighted. It's elastane, polyester and viscose, and it's heavy, so it hangs nicely. It's £25.99, so it's not too expensive. I bought a small. I would certainly say that that would come up as a medium. I don't think they do it in an extra small, but I liked this. It would keep you warm, it would definitely keep you warm, but you could absolutely go out to dinner in the evening, you could go for drinks in it, it would be absolutely fine, and it wouldn't look out of place in flats or heels. So the second dress I've got for you today in the winter dress haul is another bottle green one. I'm sensing a theme here. I'm just really enjoying the colour. This is a different type of dress. Yeah, you'll see that in the close-up. It's still a really lovely shape. When I was a lot younger, we would have called this a baby doll dress, but it's got sleeves, so it's not, you know, it's not a pure baby doll, but it came up a bit short, and I would possibly only wear it in the evening as the light shines through it, but you'll see that in the close-up. But again, it's absolutely lovely. It's got short sleeves this time. It does up at the back with a zip. Again, it's quite heavy, not as heavy as the last one, but it's quite heavy, so it hangs really nicely. Now this one is an extra small, so if you are a small, you would buy an extra small because it comes up quite big. And this was £29.99, so again, not too expensive. again, it has a skirt detail, but this time it's pleats. And so that gives it some movement at the bottom. Let me just check what it's made out of. 100% polyester, but I quite like it. It would work really well if you had a little cardigan over the top and then a coat on top if it was super, super cold. But again, it comes up quite short. I have a long body and I don't have long legs. So, so anything super short, I can't do it. It looks terrible. But I really liked it and I think I'm going to keep it. Because I'm hosting a cocktail party in the dark at night time, so I'll be able to wear it. Okay, now this one I loved, and this is one that I would pull out of my wardrobe every single time if I needed a comfortable day. But I still needed to dress up somewhat, so I couldn't just rock up in sort of pyjama bottoms. Black, V-neck, long-sleeved, hung from the waist, and it's from the Zara Circular collection. Again, £25.99, so an absolute bargain. And I bought this in a small, but again, they come up really big. I would wear it with a belt. Now, I hadn't chosen a belt when I was doing the close-ups, and I think you'd have to think really carefully about what belt to wear. Personally, I would probably go with a really sort of bright colour, quite thin, because it's not about bringing the dress in to create a waist. The dress is what it is. And in that respect, I would guess it's quite shapeless, which is why I call it a comfortable dress. But it would, if you want to hide a multitude of sins, it would. It would also be really comfortable, and it's quite glamorous, especially if you pair it with some gorgeous jewellery and heels and, you know, all the rest. So I would say that this is pretty much one of my perfect little black dresses. Now, this is interesting because I usually just go for quite a bold sort of block of colour. I'm not massively into pattern. All of my friends will tell you that I just don't do patterns, unless it's a Breton stripy top, of which I have about 30. But this is sort of like this faux leopard skin. It's got a high neck, it's got a long sleeve that's quite wide at the bottom, so it's quite sort of, well, it's very chic, and it has a tie belt. It's long, it comes to mid-calf, so it's a midi dress, and again, it's really not too clingy. It's the heavier material which hangs really, really nicely. This would be great for dinner out, it would be great for cocktails, it may be a bit much for lunch or a morning meeting, but you'd have to play that by ear, depending on where you're going, really. But it would look great with knee-length boots and heels alike. I wouldn't wear it with flats. Again, from Zara. Okay, this one is from the Zara Woman collection, and it's another leopard print, and I absolutely loved it. It buttons right up to the neck and has this lovely collar. It's long sleeved, it's elegant, it has a tie belt here, very thin, and it's full length. The sizing in Zara is odd because they don't do everything in an extra small. Sometimes they start at the small, so that would be, I would say that was a medium. You know, it's trial and error, but you get to know Zara's sizing the more you buy from them. I really liked this one. I thought it was absolutely lovely, and it would certainly go with a gorgeous little jacket, full length coat, again, long boots or heels, and could go from breakfast meeting right through until dinner in the evening, should you so wish. I wouldn't heavily accessorise this at all, but then that's just me. I'm very simple when it comes to jewellery and stuff like that. In fact, that's about as patterned as I would get. Yeah, I'm just not great with patterns. She says she's not great with patterns and then comes out with a check. But I loved this, and it's quite a muted check. So here it is. It's got another gorgeous little, tiny little funnel neck there, and little quarter-length sleeves, which come down to just above my elbow. So I like that. You know, it's not sort of too. It's not too formal. It's made of a lovely material which would absolutely keep you warm. This is definitely a day dress. But the best bit about this dress, it's got pockets, and they're deep, and there's 2 of them at the front, and I love pockets. I think that it's a security thing. I like to just put my hands in my pockets, and it just makes me feel a little bit better. but this one you just pull on over your head. It is £19.99, so it's an absolute bargain. Pull on over your head, and you could again wear it with little court shoes, with ballet flats. I wouldn't wear it with long boots, but you could of course do what you like. Yeah, I really like it, and I like the check. It's quite Christmassy. Now, this was a dress, the only dress that disappointed me actually. It's from the Zara circular range, and I absolutely adore the colour. So again, you can see I go for those, you know, this is me going back to my roots with just that block of colour. I suppose this would be a raspberry. It's got a little neck at the top which comes right up to there. It fastens at the back with a zip. It's got long sleeves, but it's really badly fitting around here, around the shoulder and under the arm. Can you see there? It's just not, it just isn't cut well. It made me feel like I just had something on and I wanted to pull it off, which is a shame actually, because I absolutely loved the shape and I really love the colour. Again, it's nice and heavy and it's stretchy and it hangs really well. It's just that one bit around the arm that I didn't like. I found it really uncomfortable. So I will leave the links to the dresses down below, and hopefully that has given you a little sense of what is available out there, certainly at Zara, for if you're in the market for a winter dress. If you're a busy female entrepreneur like myself, you want to look good when you're not hanging out in your sweatpants at home, or if you're going to meetings, or if you're going out to dinner or cocktails or whatever. Certainly now the silly season's here with all of the parties. And it may be that you leave the house in the morning to go meet with clients, and then you're going to some sort of Christmas concert for your children in the evening, and you just need to go straight through. That is what I was trying to find for myself, certainly in this haul, and I hope I've managed to help you find some things too. Go onto the Zara website, take a look, see what they have. An order of over £50, then the postage is free. So certainly for women over 40, Zara winter dresses gets a big thumbs up from me. I love them and I shall continue to wear them.